Hey everyone, I'm starting a new series on Primitive Society Simulator. Now, this game is a blend between Rimworld, Dawn of Man, and Stone Age. It's a phenomenal game. I think there's massive potential for this to be incredibly popular. I'm loving it already. So the game's not on early access yet. That's going to happen sometime in February. It's in just under 2 months. But it's already pretty good. I've had to disable the sound. I uploaded an episode and I got all these copyright claims. So I thought I may as well just do it over again. This time with the sound disabled. But so you'll see some aspects of this game. It looks a lot like RimWorld, but it's much more of a simulation. So I can tell them to go and chop down this tree, or I can just assign the priorities. So if we look at, I clicked on assign work, and then if you look at gathering resources, you click on the priority button, and this tells them maintain this quantity of these resources here. So you've got like grass, sticks, wood. I'm going to drag the stone, just click and drag, put that up there. And so they'll go and gather this just to maintain what we have in our storage pile. So you don't want to put the numbers too high here, because they might focus too much on grass or something and that before they get down here. But this is so much better. I love how this is much more of a simulation. So I'm just going to go and set up the priorities here. So this is good to start. We've got one guy, his main priority is building and then crafting. This guy's crafting and then building. We've got one guy who's just going to go to a random spot and fish on the river. And we've got one guy who'll focus on hunting. So the priority button for hunting, once we have some pens set up and the trough, they'll go out and just capture the juveniles, which will grow into adults eventually. So to start with, we can only do chickens. We're gonna have to unlock some husbandry skills before we can capture sheep. But they'll go out there and hunt these guys. They'll get some bones and meat from the chickens, and they'll get some hides and bones and meat from the sheep. So just click that, and I think we're good to go. I'm going to set this initial storage. Just going to change the priority to the lowest, because I'm going to move this over. And so I'm just going to zoom out here. You hold the shift button and the middle mouse key, the shift key and the middle mouse button, and you can turn and change the angle and everything. But this looks like a pretty good spot to build our little village. So this is like a shallow area where they can cross, and the same as up here. So it'd be fairly defensible. So the first thing we've got to do is build this big old bonfire, which I love this aspect of the game. It's really cool. I'm going to place that right there. And then we'll put down 4 seats there and 4 seats here. So at the end of the day, they're going to come here, cook their food over the fire, and socialize. It's a really great aspect to this game. And I'm going to put a tent or a shed. Just click and drag it, and you press Z or X, and you can rotate it. So we'll get that built. And then these are like 2 beds in one. Just going to go and make sure. So I only like to do 4. So that'll be eight beds actually. If you try to put 3 in there, you ended up getting one hanging over the side. So I'm just going to unpause it and we'll get this stuff done first. So how this game works, our tech tree is really like the creations tab here. So I'll click on that, and there's a ton that we have to unlock. We're basically going to stay within like the Copper Age. Maybe we go into bronze. Yeah, we could go into bronze and then meteor forging. But that's basically the extent of this game. It's going to take quite a while to get through all this. So we just do things to gain experience here. And as we gain experience, we'll unlock these technologies. Once they're unlocked, we click on them, and you have to actually have someone sort of investigate it and become the inventor of it. So it's kind of like you have to research it again in a way. But so these guys are just out here doing their thing, gathering grass and berries and things like that. Just gonna wait until all this is done. So he's working on the beds now. And the next main thing will be we're gonna have to start building some stone tools. So most of these crafting areas, it wants to have some shelter. So we'll go ahead and build a tent there, and we'll start with the crafting table, press Z to rotate that. You can remove the roof of this to make it easier to view, but that looks all right. Oops. So we'll get that built. And what's great too is that if they're going to go fishing and we have some fishing harpoons, they'll go and just grab the fishing harpoon themselves. And if there's clothing available, they'll just go in, clothe themselves and all that stuff. We don't really have to babysit them that much. And so like this Thalgrol, he has a weapon already, but these guys don't. And if I have one available, I'll just click on go get one. So it's just very easy. There's a lot of quality of life features that are already built in. But yeah, so the bonfire's there. Let's build a new storage area. I'll just plop that down right here for now. I think that'll work it all right. And we can speed this up all the way to ×8. I'm just going to stick, I think like ×4, that's fast enough for me. Yeah, so they're going to carry all this over. Yeah, don't like just delete. If you're going to move your storage, don't delete this. Leave it there. Just put it on lowest priority. So that otherwise, if you delete this, they don't really have it in stock anymore. So I'll just let them carry everything over, get all the beds built. That's probably all we're going to do for tonight. But then tomorrow we'll get all the crafting done. We'll start making a bunch of tools and weapons. We'll get like stone pickaxes and stuff like that. This part is really cool. Finally get some sound. So I think they gain like intelligence and vitality from the food they eat, but also from socializing. So like right now, no one's really talking, but as you progress in the game, they start chatting with each other. It's quite awesome how they did this. I didn't realize it at first. I thought, oh, they're chatting with each other. I thought maybe I wasn't paying attention or something, but yeah, like right now they're not doing that, but they will eventually. Okay, they should wake up soon. And yeah, we're going to be attacked by like marauding barbarians, and I think also like wild animals. Apparently there was dinosaurs in this game, but they removed them because of some AI issues. So hopefully they're bringing back dinosaurs. That'll be awesome. It's going to take a while. Like, let's look at the tech tree. Like eventually we'll get pottery and things like that. And then the wood structure, I guess this is when we can start getting fence walls. So we will be able to get different types of houses and stuff like that. It's just going to take a while. Okay, so I think this is done. It's a little bit tricky to select this, so I just double click. And that's how I can access that. Or you can remove the roof. So the rope is for catching the young animals. We don't need that yet, but I'll make sure I get some axes here. We'll just keep 4 in stock. The knives are used as like a secondary tool. So I'll probably want like 8 of those eventually, and we'll just get some pickaxes. And now there's also another option where you click on maintain. And I'm just going to put this up to whatever we have. It's like I said, they're eventually going to break down, right? And this is going to make sure that we keep repairing them. Okay, so that part is done. They'll just go there and start crafting them by themselves. And there's not a whole lot of stuff to build in the beginning, but we'll just slowly unlock the new crafting stations and things like that. So we have some meat racks. And I'll go ahead and build a couple of those. And there's like a fruit dryer. They'll start a little bit of a fire in there just to dry it out. I love the sound of this fire. Okay, everyone's going to bed soon, and these are great too because I can fit in sometimes like 3 or 4 crafting stations. I'm just gonna build another shed, and we'll get the fishing area set up. That's just the fishing tools table is right there. Just place that under that spot. And this is where we'll get our fishing harpoons. There's also the ancestral will. These are kind of like accomplishments, or I'm not sure what you call it. Like we'll have to craft 1 harpoon and then just catch 1,000 fish. We'll finish this, which unlocks the fishery. And the lobster trap will show up under creations, like the tech tree there. And we'll have to have someone invent it. Same thing with the net and the fishing pond. And it goes all the way down, even with like hunting. Yeah, so natural endowment. We'll catch 10 chickens. We'll go through this stuff and eventually unlocking a pen for the sheep juveniles or the lambs. I think this is like a Chinese company because there's a lot of Chinese characters in some things. When I first played this game, I was really unsure, but the more I just kept playing, I thought, wow, this game has so much potential. So the fishing area is done. All we can do for here is just do some fishing harpoons. So we'll make 4 and then we'll maintain 4. I think they should try to figure out like maybe like a checkbox where we can go maintain all the stuff we have. I don't like having to do this twice. It's not a huge issue. It's something they could work on though, I think. Okay, so everyone's going to bed. I'm just going to lay out where we put... Like, I don't want to hurry them too fast yet. I think I'll put down the little pen for the chickens. So the bigger you make it, the more room you have for animals. And then we'll just put down a little door there and a chicken feeding trough. So it'll show us, we'll have the type of foods we can choose. So initially they're going to use like berries, and then when we discover millet and things like that, those will be additional food options for the chickens. And to know, this will tell us by clicking on here how much space we have for chickens in here. But they'll build this pretty fast. Yeah, so what's this guy doing? It'll tell you right there, he's hunting. Yeah, so for now he's probably just hunting the adults. Yep. Okay, natural endowment. So we unlocked this already. That's just gathering 1,000 food and hunting 20 animals. Wow, they've been hunting a lot. Like you can go and tell them, oh, go and capture this baby chicken or hunt this, whatever. But I just love that you don't have to do it. They'll just go and do it themselves. Okay, so now this is unlocked. They're going to go and capture them. There's a slider here. We want to take all the eggs. There's basically unlimited chickens and stuff that are going to be wandering around. So we don't have to worry about hatching eggs. And what I like too is that on this panel, it'll show us if they're wearing winter clothing, they've got a weapon. And I think even, like, eventually we'll have, like, raincoats for them. And it's just going to show that all down here. So, like, it's this game starting off with a lot of great features. Okay, so we'll work on this the next day. Let's see what else we need. The soothing point is for when they get stressed out. We can assign someone to be the soother, just call them kind of like a therapist, I guess. So it's probably not a bad idea just to get that built. There's also like, the villagers, they're eventually going to pair up and have children. And that's how we grow our village here. And so there's aspects here where I think it's the story point where we can have the villagers train the children. So that's how you pass on your skills. So if someone's really good at crafting, they can be a teacher for children so that those children will have those crafting skills once they're old enough. Or at least have a lot better than 0. We'll need the weaver's table for making winter clothing. Right now it's in the spring. So next year in the spring, that's when the barbarians will attack. So a lot of stuff like we don't really need yet. So I'll go ahead and I'll build another shed. And I'll start building like the herb bench. I can fit that stuff in here. This is when we find unknown herbs. We'll have the herbalist come here and just taste them and discover what it is. And the seed table is for discovering what unknown food crops are. So we'll place both of those in there. And we'll put a weaver's table in this area. That should be good. Just make sure I'm making everything. Am I making any... We don't really need these stone spears yet. But I'll have them make 4. I'll probably be able to unlock slingers. Or like slings. So we'll produce 4 slings later on. Yeah, no one's talking yet, but they will be eventually. And I haven't seen anyone hook up yet. But eventually we'll have, at least on the trailer, there's like really cool houses that you can build for them. But that's going to be pretty far into the game, I think. Okay, they're just crafting away. Let's see how well they're doing now. Just scroll over here. Yeah, it won't be too long until we get to the bridges and raincoats. Just click on supplies. Yeah, we have some animal hides, but we'll need a lot more than that. So let's see who the fisher is. So this guy should have, yeah, he's got a fishing harpoon. So they just automatically go and grab the tools that are available. I love that. Oh yeah, and they went and gathered the chicken, so that's great too. So you click on the trough, and we have feed, managing, what kind of food they can eat. Alright, for the dryer, you've got to actually set it. So we'll just maintain like 20 or something. It requires 30 and produces 25, I think. I'll just hold shift. Maybe we'll like maintain 50 or something like that. But over here, we'll go to the butcher settings, or it's auto butcher. So I probably only want a maximum of 2 male adults. And then just to be safe, like if we ever lost the adults, it would be okay, I think, so we can just find more in the wilderness. But there's no way I need more than 2 adults. Well, at least I'm not sure how it works with, like how, I think it tells you how many they can, I think one can breed 8 times a day or something. Every night males will automatically seek out females for mating. Somewhere it told me how often they mate. But this is one of the things we have to do for our ancestral will, just to unlock the next steps. So that's all set up, and we'll start making some winter clothing here. And the bones are just your like weaving tools. So just make 4 of those. We'll maintain 4. This is overkill, but you know, the more you do, the more experience you get for unlocking more stuff. And we'll have to definitely make, I'm just going to say 10 just for to be future safe. Yeah, the graphics are not the greatest, but the graphics are not a big deal to me if it's fun. And this game has a lot more depth than I initially thought I would have. So how much do we have in there? We have 7 out of 14, so that's pretty good. And make sure you have someone under assigned work. Prioritize them to feed animals, but also you've got to be make sure you have someone collecting the livestock products. So I should probably have a bunch of people doing that. Yeah, so I'm just going to jump ahead into the morning, I think. It's going to be a bit before we can start doing this stuff. Okay, so it's morning and we don't have that much food, but we'll go and do the search for herbs tab down here. So let me check to see who I want to do this. We'll have Narca Grove and Gralak go out and do that mission. So it'll show us, this is showing the highest herbalism skill, which right now no one's good at it. But we'll put her, who was the next one? Was it right after her? Narca and Gralak. Oh, how come I don't see that? Oh, it's right up there. So I'll have those 2 go up, and then on the second tab you set how much food, which basically just tells them how long are they going to be there for. So we'll give them some meat, and so each day they'll get 3 herbs, 0.5 unknown herbs and crops. So I'll send them out for like potentially 4 days if I can. And we'll send some berries. Yeah, so that should be good for that. 4 days, we'll see what they find. It'll tell us down here what they're doing and when they return. We can also watch to see where they are on the world map. And this right here, those are potions. So we'll just get this set up. We'll make sure that they're always tasting unknown herbs. And we'll make sure we keep, I don't know, at least 5 potions in stock. Just gonna put it in that way. And then for tasting unknown crops, we'll just do that always. What's the next thing? So I should start telling them to go and get weapons and things. Oh, he already has one. I can build things like, I built some clothes stands. We'll just turn that. Okay, that'll build, and they'll put some weapon racks in here. Yeah, you just see them like eating their food and stuff. It's really, I love this part of the game. Yeah, so what's the other thing I wanted to do? The stuff like the war totem, that's going to come later in the game. We can make a war drum. I guess it gives like a boost for the battles. The first battle is pretty easy though. Yeah, not much else. We'll just jump ahead until the morning. Okay, so we just jumped ahead a little bit, just to nighttime. But in the meantime, the search team, they found 3 herbs that we already know. Just ignore that. But we also have new discoveries, the bridge and the raincoat. So we'll just click on creations, and now to unlock this, you just click on it, and then down here, designate an inventor. And we'll just put Melkon on that. I think he's mainly the crafter. So we'll just designate him. The bridge isn't too important yet. And there's so much other stuff I'd rather they do. But that's how you unlock that stuff. And then eventually if it gives you a better crafting table, then it'll just show up down here. But like the raincoats, they'll just show up under the tailor, which I actually installed backwards. It's okay though. And occasionally we'll get quests from nearby tribes. We don't have any yet. But this is a really cool game because eventually we can, I think, start taming animals. Like dire wolves and stuff like that. I don't know if it's in the game, but it shows up here. Dire wolf domestication, boars. And once we get to pottery here, not long after it unlocked, because I thought pottery would be for storage. The first thing it gives you is for like cooking ware. But then not long after that, I got something like under food preparation. It's not showing up here. Oh, it's fish soup. And I think it was related to pottery or something. So I think eventually we'll get some food storage. Okay, yeah, here they're finally talking now. I kind of missed part of that. But that part's really cool in this game too. Just sort of seeing them become more and more intelligent. Okay, we got 1 unknown herb, that's great. Just ignore that. And unknown crops, that's awesome. And so it takes like 3 herbs just to make potions. Oh right, I've got to build like a hospital area. So we'll just go and get a shed over here. I think I'll put a gap in between that. So put that there, and I think there's some recovery beds. Yeah, a patient bed. Is that going to hang out? It kind of hangs out a little bit. I just didn't want to... If you put it here, it still hangs out. So maybe I'll just keep it 1 slot in. Oops. Hit the wrong button there. Just going to go and demolish that one. And then let's put one right beside it. And that should be good. We shouldn't need more than that for people getting better. Yeah, here's the Wandering Barbarians. So it kind of unlocks the quest area. And we're going to have to, for this first quest, just have defend against them 4 times. And we get some prestige. I'm not sure what the prestige does. I'll have to look that up. I'm not sure if it involves the creations area. This is knowledge. Well, I'm sure it does something. Okay, this looks like well, it's almost full. Oh, yeah, they said new clothes. Like they're starting to talk now, which is great. Let's just get out of this, and it'll show the ones that are wearing winter clothes now. So hopefully we get everyone in some nice warm clothes before the winter comes. Yeah, I love this, how they start talking. This guy's standing up and talking to everyone. Okay, we'll just jump ahead to the morning. Okay, so they finally returned safely. We found another unknown herb, 3 herbs, 1 unknown crop. So we did really well with the unknown crops. Just build in another pen here for the lambs when we can eventually do that. And I've got a few more equipped with spears. I guess as they start talking to each other, maybe they'll start developing relationships pretty soon. I mean, it shouldn't really matter, but you can see them like complimenting each other and things. I'm hoping to get to... Okay, the raincoat was invented. That's awesome. I'll just wait on the bridge. I wonder if I research this... See, some of them eventually will have requirements like crafting skill or intelligence. I may as well just research this stuff as it gets unlocked. Hopefully we get to the lobster trap. I think just fishing in general will give us experience for this. It's not really saying. Yeah, I think just fishing in general. We've got lots of fish though. Okay, this is interesting. We've got one crazed dire wolf heading to the settlement. Oh, he's already in here. And he's just going... Oh, he's going to go after the chickens. So, I do know how to fight. I've done it before. We'll go and tell her to get... We'll slow it down to speed 1. We'll make sure everyone pretty much has... I'll get this guy in command. Move there. We'll get some people set up. You go get another spear. You can also just like drag and command all of them at the same time. We don't have enough weapons, it looks like. These guys should be enough to take them on. Let's see if... Where's this guy? Is he sleeping? Yeah, what's this guy doing? I guess we just can't select him. There we go. So we don't have enough of those weapons yet. Okay, so here comes the dire wolf. I'll just go and select all these. Does this guy have... Oh, he has a weapon too, so I'll command him and bring him over. You just click and drag and we can tell these guys what to do. So we'll just go and tell them all to go and attack this dire wolf. I hope they're not too difficult. Looks like they're not. Okay, that's awesome. We'll just go and cancel command and they'll just go and harvest that guy. So we got a bunch of meat. I think like the sheep, they give you a lot of hide. It might be kind of random, but one time I got like 35 hide from one sheep. Didn't look like we got too much from that guy. I'm just going to go and speed this up again. Oh, they're soothing each other. He's being a therapist there. Oh, wow, look at that. That's all. I love this. I've always wanted a simulation game like this, and this might be my dream game, I think. Wow, this is great. Yeah, so if anyone gets sick, they'll just go and lay in there and they'll drink the potions. They will get things like they'll catch a cold or whatever. You'll see them coughing. We have 5 potions. That's what I have it set for, maximum of 5. So I've got an 8 times speed right now. I just want to finish a few things here. So the raincoats, it's only like 6 grass. I'll have them make 10. And then we'll maintain that. Just click on maintain. I was hoping to get all the way to the pottery area, but the episode took a little bit longer than I thought. Hopefully they can get some copyright-free music soon. As it's kind of, I just love the music they have for the game. It's actually okay. It's just decent. Oh, we got the lobster trap. Awesome. So we'll go and we'll invent that. Designate inventor. I think Malcon is free now. I never actually made these yet. So we got another endowment done. That's under the ancestral well. So what was that one for? Fishing. That's what we got done. So we have, we need 10 harpoons. Okay, I'm just going to pause it there. Yeah, because I only had them build 4. So I think we'll make 6 more then. And then we'll complete that and move on to the fishery, and then we can start building lobster traps. And then for planting, like some of these things are going to take a while before I got the bridge invented, before I can do this stuff. I just need to catch 1 more chicken juvenile. Is this full yet? No, it's only 9 out of 14. Yeah, we're already not that long. I just pause it for a bit. We're already at this area, so let's go ahead and we'll get more inventors. Hopefully these guys are free. There's always in some of the quests from other tribes, they always want these bones that have inscriptions on them. So just designate these guys. We need some slains as well. So maybe I'll do this on the 2nd episode. If you made it this far, guys, hit that like button. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really excited for this game. And I'll probably make, hopefully, 3 or 4 videos, maybe even more. We'll just see until when I run out of content here. But it comes out on, I think, mid-February. It's less than 2 months. So add that to your wish list on Steam. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next episode.